They'll poke, prod, and they'll push. Not because they hate you, but because they need to know you'll stay. I am Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And in this impactful video, I'm going to talk to you about how important it is for you to understand that the kids, they will test you on purpose. And 3 ways to pass without losing it. How many of you out there have lost it because they've tested your patience? Yeah, I know how that feels. I truly do. Before I get into any of that, though, I want to invite you to subscribe to my videos. If you haven't already, just hit the subscribe button down here, located down below, wherever it is, wherever YouTube has it today, and then hit all, the black bell. What that does is it allows all of my content to be available to you, flow freely. Now, if you've seen me before and you've watched my videos, I'm really delighted to know that. I'm really happy about that. Thank you. Personally, thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I want to do is I wanted to dive right into this and talk about what this means to me, because they're testing safety and they're not just testing rules. Your calm is their anchor. So within the notes that I've made on this, kids come into this world they're all over the place. They're goofy. They're crying. They're sad. They're happy. They're like little cave people sometimes when they're young. So what we do as parents, we help them figure out where the boundaries are. And they're meant to test our upper limits. But we're also there as parents to them. Why? Because they have not developed the prefrontal cortex of their brain. Fact, they don't develop that until about 26, 27 years of age. And that rationale is the decision-making part of who they are in their brains. That's just the way we are as human beings. So I believe as parents, we are there as their prefrontal cortex to show them where the limits are when it comes to boundaries and decision making. And some of them are really good decisions that they've made, some of them not so good, but that's where they test our patience. They're meant to do it. And yes, we do as men get upset because we feel like it is just them taking advantage of us sometimes. I get it. I truly do, my man. Consistency over coolness. They don't need a buddy. They need a ballast. Now, you know what a ballast is, right? The ballast is the support system in your lighting. It is what helps hold the lights together. And if we're talking about a structure, you are that ballast. Being a buddy, they can do that at school. They can get a buddy or a friend at school. You've got to be a parent. And I know this because in moments when I've thought, okay, all right, I can just be a buddy and be a pal in this. No. It's not worked out very well for me, because what it said to them is that they felt me as equally or like them in that moment, and not thought of me as a parent because I've acted in a certain way. But what it's done is it's left me feeling like I've been taken advantage of. And it's important, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it feels, we've got to be parents. We've got to be parents in those moments, and we've got to direct how these things go. Otherwise, you're left feeling like I have, taken advantage of in moments, and really just not knowing where you fall amongst your role as a parent. Show up the same every time. Now, I realize that this is difficult. But I put this in here specifically because I want you to know that there is a standard. When it comes to consistency, there is a standard. And to be reliable is a love in action. And it is love in action when you are reliable and consistent like that. Because to be a parent in these scenarios where it's difficult, And where we weigh into it going, I don't know if I really want to weigh into this right now with my child. But you got to, because what happens? Putting it off, they're going to try it again. And they're going to try it again until we stand in our light. We stand in that masculine frame. We stand in our power and say, hey, no, you cannot do this. And no matter how much they scream and fuss to try and test to see if we'll break, we stay on point. We stay defending that boundary that we have set. And to recoil on it means that they have proven to themselves that they can get through, that they, you know what, Dad said no, but he didn't really mean it. Or my bonus dad said no, but I bet you I can get away with it because I've got him wrapped around my finger. And I know exactly what to say. You know what I'm talking about here, don't you? Because these scenarios are reminiscent of early building stages as a stepdad, as a bonus dad, and even in just a dad. Our kids will test us, my man. It is up to you to look after you, to be able to feel grounded and calm when these situations come up, because when we don't, and we lose our cool over something that is so silly where they have pushed our buttons, it doesn't go over very well. But that's okay. You get another opportunity to get back in there and be as awesome as you are. What I want you to do now is I want you to comment, still showing up 100%. If you've been steady through the storm, if you've been steady through the storm and you're still showing up 100%, and I want you to comment and put that in the chat. Put that in the comments because it's important. What it does is it puts you in the driver's seat because you get to see yourself, witness yourself, actually say that out loud and go, okay, all right, I actually did that. I actually did. And I believe what Jesse said because it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense. All right, for an even deeper discussion that I want to invite you into is that of going to my website, thevaliantlifestyle.com, and booking that 30-minute call that you've been meaning to do or that you have thought about doing, and maybe you're just new to this and you're going, oh my goodness, yeah, I would absolutely love just to chat and talk about some of these things that have come up for me as you've been discussing. Yeah, I would absolutely love to be there for you just to support you, or maybe even go further with that and see what Coach Jesse has to say. All right. Thank you for watching. And as I always say, let's do this.